The best way I can sum this movie up is that meme of The Rock where he's wearing the same thing in 4 pictures, and it's like, this is actually 4 different movies. That's what you're gonna get here. What's up, you guys? It's Jonathan Carter back with another J Carter Movies, and today we are going to be talking about Red One. Red One is the newest holiday film starring The Rock, Chris Evans, Lucy Liu, and J.K. Simmons. Pretty stacked cast right there. Little background on the film. One of the writers on this film is the main writer of the most recent later Fast and Furious films. That's also another good way to sum up what you're gonna find a lot in this movie. I didn't go into this one with many expectations. I knew that it was just gonna be some holiday film starring Chris Evans and The Rock. I didn't know what to expect from it. Before we dive fully into this review, please be sure to like and subscribe. If you have seen Red One, put your thoughts below in the comments. Also, check out my shorter reviews over on TikTok and the podcast version of this on Spotify that I just launched. So, let's get into this. Red One is exactly what the trailers advertised. And in all honesty, from a marketing standpoint, that's not the worst thing. You at least know what you're getting into. The plot of Red One follows Santa Claus, played by J.K. Simmons, as he is taken and held hostage by this evil secret organization. And so his security team over in the North Pole goes on red alert and they have to go and rescue him. The main person on the security team of Santa Claus and this whole secret organization is The Rock. He teams up with Chris Evans and they have to go and save Santa Claus, and in that save Christmas. With them going to find Santa Claus, this plays out as a globe-trotting film with a lot of shenanigans between The Rock and Chris Evans' characters.
You don't have a Wonder Woman action figure, do you?
It's not how it works. Come on.
The best thing I can say about this movie is the world building. Like, it feels like if Red One is successful, you could easily make a sequel off of this film just from how much work they put into the behind the scenes of the world, making it feel like the North Pole is real, making it seem like there's all these different organizations, you know, secret agencies, but then there's also all this magic. And so it'd be very easy to see, like I said, if this movie's successful, that there could be a very easy avenue for a sequel, whether that's with Santa Claus or a different holiday. But I mean, besides that, here you're getting The Rock playing The Rock. I wish he would dive more into real roles or like really take his acting seriously. I know there's that A24 wrestling movie, I don't know what it's called, with him in it. That one photo, he looks totally unrecognizable. That might be something for him to really sink his teeth into and like get out of the persona of The Rock or whatever. But with The Rock's like history, with his resume, that's to be expected. Okay, but pause really quickly. With talking about memes earlier of The Rock, there's that meme out where The Rock literally said that he like went to watch Red One in the same exact IMAX seat that Christopher Nolan said to watch Oppenheimer in. And then he was like, I can't wait to see Red One on the IMAX screen, whatever, it's gonna blow people's minds. Okay, first of all, let's pull back to reality a little bit, okay? The craziest thing about that, I saw this movie in IMAX. It's not even shot. There's nothing shot with IMAX cameras. It's not like an IMAX ratio. Like, I literally watched it in IMAX with the widescreen bars, like on. So, like, you're bragging about IMAX and you're screening your movie in IMAX, but it'd probably be better to just see it in a normal theater because it was so distracting with the bars and nothing ever switched to IMAX ratio. So, like, what was even the point of that post? But also, I thought it was hilarious the way that they were like, Red One is currently streaming or currently playing with 36% around whatever. Just really harsh there, but you know, whatever. The most frustrating thing is Chris Evans. I want Chris Evans to play different characters. His kind of filmography post Captain America is kind of reverting back to that like snarky bad boy humor that he had like Human Torch or Not Another Teen Movie. Like, he's kind of playing that again. And look, honestly, Chris Evans, The Rock, they can do whatever they want, right? They have millions of dollars. They've done the things that they want to do. But I think that Chris Evans has more to offer. And that being said, he is incredibly charismatic and incredibly good looking. I'm just saying. And so he is a highlight here in this film, but I just want him to have his Robert Downey Jr. Oppenheimer Oscar moment because I think that he can do that, and honestly, he deserves that. But overall, with the movie, it being one of the writers from the later Fast and Furious movies, there's no weight to the plot, there's no weight to the action, and unfortunately, for however much money this movie costs, I know it costs a lot, it feels like a Netflix movie. For it being how expensive as it is, a lot of the CGI looks good, but then there are other parts that kind of take you out of it because it doesn't look good. Like, you can tell, you're like, oh, they're not on a real beach. Or, like, obviously they're not going to be at the North Pole because duh. But, like, you can tell that some of it is really, really, like, blatantly obvious CGI. And it really is just incredibly formulaic. And the biggest problem, in my opinion, with this film is it wants to be a Christmas holiday, go take your family to it. But the humor doesn't really match that because it's a lot of middle school, juvenile, one-note humor that I don't know if like young kids would find it, like if parents would find that appropriate, or even like the kids would find it funny. The best way I can sum that up is PG-13 Deadpool. Just take Deadpool, make him PG-13, and that's kind of what you get with this humor, especially with a lot of Chris Evans humor. That's just kind of like you recite something back, you know, someone would be like, you're a level 4 naughty list or whatever, and then Chris Evans goes,
A level 4 naughty lister?
a level 4 naughty lister. And with that, a lot of the other humor just evolves into unfunny middle school juvenile humor. I don't know any other way I can say it. So overall, I didn't really enjoy this one. I don't think it's going to be a classic by any means. Like, you're not going to put it up there with like Home Alone or Chevy Chase Christmas or A Christmas Story or whatever. I think it's going to be forgotten rather quickly. Again, if it's successful, I could see them making a sequel with how well the world is fleshed out. But with the reviews, everything coming out, I think it has like a 36% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's not great. I'm going to give Red One a 4.5 out of 10. And on a see it, stream it, or skip it, skip it. I don't really think anybody's going to remember this movie in due time. I'm trying not to be harsh on it. But if you've seen Red One, let me know what you think about it in the comments. Did you enjoy this movie a little more than I did? Did you like my review? Let me know if you agree or disagree. Put all of that in the comments below. Please be sure to like and subscribe. And as always, I will see you all on the next one.